Bariatric surgery, weight loss surgery. I just want to let you guys know if you are interested in that, I got it. I've lost over 140 pounds. There is a technique to do it. Um, we're going to be talking about that, so stay tuned.
Look,
Welcome,
this is how it all goes down. My name's Gary Heffley, born and raised in Greenfield.
welcome back to Front Porch Files. My name is Gary Heffley, and today I am going to talk about something that is not anything to do with like worldly news or current events. This has something to do with you. Um, if anybody is ever interested in getting bariatric surgery, I've got bariatric surgery. There are ways to getting it. Yes, there are pros and cons, and people have failed and failed tremendously. But a lot of people have succeeded tremendously. Um, I'll just tell you a little bit about me. I was almost 400 pounds depressed and just at my biggest it was bad. There was lots of complications. I mean, a lot of them are embarrassing. I mean, you could just only imagine. It was hard to do a lot of things. Even turn over in bed. It was crazy. Because you only get that big is because you let yourself go. I'm sorry. I hope I don't offend anybody, but it is what it is. Again, I was I was pretty close to 400 pounds. How I got to thinking about getting bariatric surgery. People in my family have had it, and I've known people who have had it. But I've known people to fail and gain pretty much all of their weight back. So the thing was, if you're interested in it, look it up, find the one that suits you because there's a lot of them. The one I got is called the duodenal switch. They call it the DS. Um, I'm not a rocket scientist, I'm not a doctor, but they rearranged my piping and it came with a sleeve. What people don't understand is that if you just get a sleeve, your stomach will eventually grow back. But there's a science behind all of this shit, and it takes discipline. Do not think that this thing is going to be a lifesaver. It is a tool. I'm pretty sure you've heard that. And it is a very, very big decision because you will go through so many obstacles, even up to getting it. I think most PPO insurances take it. Um, there's a lot of hoops that you have to go through. Mine was 6 months. 6 months I had to go talk to a nutritionist once a month, and you constantly had to drop weight. Here's the thing, if you go in there and just try to make these dudes look all like, holy shit, this person's losing a lot of weight, you lose too much and you won't get it. Listen, take the shit seriously. Um, you're gonna go in and you're gonna write down a whole bunch of foods that you like. This nutritionist is gonna hook up everything for you, and you're just gonna go based off of what you can, what you can eat. And really, it's pretty much a keto diet. They just pretty much don't want you to eat carbs because what is it? The less like your body don't start attacking fat until it burns all the carbs, pretty much. Okay. Um, so that's the kind of diet you want, which it makes it strict, and you have to write down every single thing that you eat. They'll go over it. I'm not gonna go over. We have to drink so many fluids a day. You have to write every single thing down. And during this time, it will give you some discipline because whether or not if you're ready or not after this surgery, we'll get to it in a minute, but it'll hit you hard. Um, up to surgery day, you're gonna be anxious and all that, and you're gonna be so happy. I lost. It was like 60 pounds on surgery day. Like, by surgery day, I lost 60 pounds. Everything was cool. Um, Insurance was cool with it. Everything went good. I got approved. Um, then surgery day. I'll tell you this: I've never had more anxiety in my life. You're gonna be so up and down. I've heard of people walking out and not going through with it. Well, when the big Russian lady stuck me in my arm and shot me up with something, she said, "We take good care of you. You go to sleep." You know what I mean? And I'll tell you what. I woke up and I wasn't happy. I regretted everything, the way I felt, and all that. Um, it was, it was terrible. I had like a terrible feeling, like, oh my god, what did I do? All this, right? Well, then obviously, I don't know. That's probably like the initial shock or something. I got a freaking drain. I got a drain tube hanging out my stomach, and there's only one way you could sleep. You have to stay in there a couple days after. And the only thing they did that you can have is medicine caps of water. And I'll tell you this: you will be so thirsty, and there will be times when you will push yourself. And I drank one cap of medicine or of that. I drank one cap, and I felt like I was gonna throw up. I felt like I ate a whole Thanksgiving dinner and just stuffed myself. Um, it was bad. Then I get out of the hospital, and I keep this drain tube in, and every day you have to take this drain tube out, and you got to pour it into this cup, and you got to see your measurements. You got to write your measurements down, and yeah, that was exciting. I couldn't eat more than a half of capful of tomato sauce. But the thing is, like no tomato soup. I mean, the shitty thing is, you still get hungry, like you want to eat, and oh man, you would just smell food, and it would just be crazy. You only eat so much, and you'd see everybody else just pigging out. You're like, oh man, this is happening. It's real life. I can't just go and just stuff my face. It could tear you up. So we'll just go ahead and leave that at that. And then they want you to get on protein shakes. Smash as much protein down as you can, and you'll get it with shakes. You'll find it with shakes will be the best way to do it. You're not going to be able to eat anything solid for a few weeks anyway. I mean, and I hated Jello, so I was pretty much SOL. Um, all right, so after all that mumbo jumbo, I got cleared to go to the gym. The whole time, um, I'm like with the drain tube sitting at home, even prepping for all this stuff. I knew I was going to get back in the gym, and I would just research and research and research. So when I got to the gym, I did absolutely no cardio. Listen to me. I did absolutely zero cardio. Why? Because I see all of these people that have this bariatric surgery, and they just start living off of a piece of lettuce, and they just run, 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 and just do all kinds of cardio. So 6 months later to a year, they look like a raisin. Okay? I told myself, listen, I'm going to pack my stomach as much as I can because your stomach will eventually grow to a good size, in a matter of a couple months. So you'll be able to get protein down. So I just sip protein all day. Protein, protein. I just started lifting weight, lifting weight, lifting weight to a point to where I was just building muscle like crazy. And so that's just what I did. And when it was time to eat, it was just nothing but just chicken and fish, and yeah, just nothing but protein. And so I did all that, and I just kept doing it because I told myself, I said, you're gonna be losing weight at a rapid pace, and I do have some loose skin. I haven't worked out in a few months. Obviously, things have happened, but going from, let me see, like over 370 pounds And then at my peak weightlifting, I want to say 220. I think I'm like 230, probably 235. I mean, I look nowhere near 400 pounds. So if you guys are looking to do it and you live in the Bakersfield area or LA or Fresno or anywhere near Kern County, I recommend my doctor. His name is Cyrus Moon. Just look him up. And a lot of people say, "Would you do it again?" Yeah, because I believe if you really want to use it as the tool, it could totally be the spark to the fire, and that fire is as big as you want to make it. So if that's just something you guys decide to do, I got your back. And I would honestly say look into everything, research everything, and just like everything, review it all. So, all right, you guys be good, and you guys take care. And feel free to comment if there's any questions that I didn't cover, which I'm sure I did. Let me know, and I'll get back to you guys. All right, you guys take care.